Welcome everyone, it's Favorite Strigmar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends, and we are going to be continuing on our Reign of Terror of this game. I am aware that even though my Avion stuff did go even better than expected in terms of my actual performance, its reception was bad. So, yeah. So I'm probably going to be doing Raid and probably more Elder Scrolls and Queen's Blade Limit Break to compensate for the fact that Avion is not liked by a lot of people. It isn't popular. The game is not popular, and it's definitely not giving me the results I would have hoped for. So we nuke down that wave and keep going. It's not that the game isn't hard, it's just not useful for me. You know, it doesn't give me the effect. Especially the effect I expect Queen's Blade Limit Break to give me, you know? Or this game, or even Elder Scrolls Online. Any of that works better than Avion, unfortunately. Any of that. Heck, even Breath of the Wild, which is a 3-year-old, is probably going to do better. I guarantee it. Unfortunately. I have not challenged Avion in expert mode. I do plan on beating it, but I first have to try to get back the favor of the audience by affirming them that I'm not going to do any more of the game for a while, and I'm going to be sticking to the games that are either more recent, more popular, or required me even greater effort to get. That are like from like companies that have renown. Because it seems, at least for a little bit, I will return to Avion because I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet with the game at all because I want to clear it all on expert. And I haven't done that, so it must be done. Even though it's probably the most expensive thing I've done yet, in both popularity terms and other terms, I'm still going to get it done. But, yeah. It's just... You know, right? Avion is overwhelmingly unpopular. I don't need to tell you this. The views don't lie. Even if I do Avion well, it doesn't matter. Okay, where are we at? Another 9 minutes to reset. That's not as long as it sounds, by the way. This game also has very detailed maidens in it, which is going to make it more popular. And it's newer. I'm hoping, but I can't be certain, that Breath of the Wild will get a similar reception because I've got it recently and I want to showcase it. I really want to showcase Breath of the Wild. I don't care if I have to film it without a capture card. I don't care. I want to showcase the game that I had ignored for 4 years. And Queen's Blade Limit Break because I've been ignoring that game. All the stuff I've been ignoring, I want to showcase it. Alright. We're just going to plow ahead. I'm doing that just to remove that. Trying to deal with this one shatter bones. It seems to be a problem. Get rid of Lady Atessa. We don't have much time. It will happen. Go this way. Gotta keep going. Walk that way. Try to knock out this. We want to try to knock out that the we want to try to knock out these Hegemons. I've never pulled a Hegemon in my life, and I don't even know if I'll ever pull one, but and this is where it would have been better for me to have a support, but we'll keep strolling on as fast as we can. Every point counts. rid of the Yannicka, who one day I may end up getting from fragments instead of pulling, but who knows. Hopefully it's not Yannicka I get. I mean, I could get a Yannicka. That wouldn't be the end of the world, but hopefully I get some better legendary than that, but who knows. I haven't gotten a legendary in a long time. You want to target the Mashald first. You do not. Get that. Get rid of the Mashald. And this will be the first encounter with the Dark Fae. So the optimal strategy with the Dark Fae involves a nuke team. So what I'm going to try to do... This boss ends up being the bane of my existence, I promise you. This boss ends up being the bane of my existence, I promise you. You want to save your abilities for the main fight. This guy isn't much of a threat. So what you want to do here is you want to compress the turn meters and preferentially get one nuker to do the whole job. And if not, you lose. And I'm glitched. Okay, I'm actually bugged. I'm bugged! I'm... Control Alt Delete. 3-finger salute. I hate to do it to him, but I'm stuck. I was literally stuck. This boss, I'm just saying, is the bane of my existence, and I messed it up there. But that boss is the bane of my existence. That boss you just saw there. That boss and the fact that Avion is not popular. Let's do this, team. Even though it's not the best team, I'm still going to just do it for now. Somehow I knew that was going to happen. The anti-fairy is quite literally the bane of my existence. And I have to kill the rosin to even get to the boss. And then you have to keep it under close supervision at all times. And there you go. That wasn't too hard, was it? Apparently to the game it was, so onward we go, because I had other things to do today, including grinding quests and investigating Aviond, which unfortunately, looking into Aviond Expert, turned to be more of a curse than a blessing. We're just gonna go further and try to salvage I have to get up this tower. Let's do the secret room if it's not too tough. Okay. It's got a lot of spirit affinity. Is Syl a Talarian? Apparently not. Oh no, she is. She's a Talarian. Good, good, good. I was afraid that Syl might not be a Talarian. Is that would stink, right? Okay, apparently she's not a Talarian. Let's try this mixture. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's give it a go. Uncommons. Coming in clutch. Start blocking some of these guys' revives. Alright, this wasn't as bad as I thought. Perfect. There we go. Secret room 4 down. Outrider hitting like a cannon. I'm telling you, man. Outrider is underrated. So much. In fact, he's so underrated, I'm even going to show him in some Doom Tower waves. He's underrated. This guy isn't uncommon, but he hits like an absolute truck. Do not underestimate him. He is a blessing in disguise. No whale on the planet would ever build him. And yet, he is a god. In disguise. The whale will be like, nah. Nah, he's above me. He is above me. He can't. He can't smack. He can't be useful anywhere. Meanwhile, Outrider actually does stuff. One of the hardest hitting uncommons in the game. Now he has a weakness. Can you tell what his weakness is by now? He's squishy. He may hit like an absolute cannon even with semi-subpar gear. Second highest, one of my highest damage dealers here. But he's squishy. So he needs significant protection to survive. So that ultimately is why he's a bit tricky to use. That's why if a whale is going to use one, he's going to want to pair him with something like their Krisk, their empowered Krisk or whatever. Because he's squishy. To put it bluntly, he's squishy, and that's why. Because he's actually can hit even harder than this, but he's squishy. He's also Spirit Affinity, so he can weak hit against magic. That is the advantage of having a Void Nuker like Leorius, is that there is no way, or Bellower, who is actually a nice budget nuker, but again, he's not recognized either. Very few whales want to build Bellower. They're like, Bellower? Why would you build that? Meanwhile, Bellower. I don't know, like Avion gets unfairly discriminated against. Not as much as the rare uncommons in this game, but still by a lot. Like it gets heavily discriminated against. Like Avion. To the point where it's very discouraging to post anything about it. So that's part of why I do my other games. That's part of it. And because I like their lore, etc., etc., but that's part of it. Even on Facebook, it does show how little Avion is liked. There is that issue. Okay, where are we? Because I want to start hoofing through these secret rooms. See that damage? It's not bad. It really isn't that bad. Outrider's main problem isn't damage. It's the fact that he's squishy as sin. So, did you see that? Did anyone see that damage? Like, he needs to be in a go first team. He's not for a go second team. He's for a team that goes quick. Like, I don't see him as a go second nuker. He is strongly a go first kind of guy. I mean, Deacon can help him, but also stuff like Kimi, anything that can get him moving. Because that's the main key with Mr. Deacon, with Mr. Outrider here. You gotta get him moving. He also does not block revive, so he's not... Phoenix has some very specific purposes to deal with revivers that Outrider cannot do. Because he can hit hard, but he doesn't block revive. That's his main thing. He hits in an AoE. He's a Spirit Affinity, and he hits like a cannon. I'm amazed he survived that. Generally, I block revive that guy for a reason. I didn't see the bellower. Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. I did not see... This could cost me the whole thing. Hopefully it doesn't, but it could. Just because the bellower... It wasn't the bellower. What's that champ called? There's a champ. He looks like a trash Yaga, but he's actually good. What's his name? Basher. Yes, Basher. That's his name. Because I know I pulled one like long ago, and I didn't build him. Defense champs only. Well, I've got good news on that score. I've got some good candidates for that. We'll try this mix. Sadly, no speed leads. But we don't exactly need speed leads. This may take a little bit. And I probably should included Vergus, but Syl will do for the magic affinity. probably has an empowered ethos. Can we even get past this is the question. First, we have to deal with Mr. Empowered ethos. Come on. We gotta get rid of these martyrs. Come on. I probably should have propped my Tyrell, but oh well. We'll see if we can beat it with this. We probably can, it just won't be optimal. So how y'all doing? Like and subscribe. I work very hard on my content, even the Avion stuff, which is not appreciated. I still work very hard at it. Even though one of the time my audio did get canceled, and I apologize for that. Sometimes stuff happens with the OBS that I'm not entirely aware of. Hopefully my OBS is not being a vermin today. Come on. Kill this stupid rock muncher. Thank you. A rock breaker. He's called rock breaker, not rock muncher. But it's close, right? Rock muncher, rock breaker. Powered ethos. Only said because usually said empowered ethos. Empowered ethos. Come on. Let's keep pushing up this tower. It's on floor 50. Wait a minute. I know what's on floor 50. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I know it's on floor 50 and I hate it. You guys do know what's on floor 50, right? You do know what's on floor 50, right? Take a guess. Just take a guess. Come on. Why do they have to have an all 10? Wait. I just realized. We can fight what's on floor 50. We can fight it. But just because we can fight it doesn't mean we necessarily want to. Oh no. Oh no. You know what's on that floor, right? You know. Gotta keep chucking these floors, though, to even get there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. See how much damage he deals, though? This Outrider. Keep in mind, he's an uncommon. I repeat, he's an uncommon champ. Not an epic, not even a rare. Granted, he's squishy as sin, so that's the penalty. He's a glass cannon. Scartosis is so annoying. Like, just when you think you have the enemy cornered, and Scartosis ruins everything. Like, that's literally what Scartosis is. Oh, you are 2 inches from death? I'm going to save everything and then buff everyone and be really annoying. One day. Okay, we can't do it, but you'll see who it is. Yes. Yes, it's Bommel. This is my typical Bommel squad. It's almost as awful as the boss itself. Now, you might ask, what does that entail? I'm glad you asked. So it goes like this. Right. So we'll want to look for champions we don't want. Right. Champions we don't want, like Magister, who is not only a fraudulent apothecary, but the fact is I have enough apothecary copies that I'll never need him. Stuff like him. And then we take some of these 4 chickens we got stashed up, and we throw them on Galcut. Right. And then we ascend him again. And then we throw Galcut into the blender. And we replace him with someone else. But who? I know. Some other champ moldering in my inventory. Okay. We'll stick him in there. So we did that. And then we're going to go back on the most wanted lists and start leafing through that. Maybe not. I'll leave it at that. We've promoted one crazy bomb champ. Let's try hatching this thing and see what the heck we get out of it. Do I even have an Ursine Ironhide? I don't know. Perforator herb. Who the heck would want to... Who even keeps Perforator alive? Who? I swear, who? I have no idea who keeps Perforator alive even. Let's knock off some Tag Arena. Okay, please tell me we think. I was so concerned. Actually, I'm still concerned. Because they have a Happerack! Oh, that was so close. That stunk. Did anyone see how close Happerack did to just wipe out my whole team, man? Oh my god. That was stupid. And CVC is coming up again. Guess what? Another CVC. So CVC isn't even far away anymore. It's not even far away. It's right around the corner. You guys are like, oh, I missed the CVC. Guess what? It's coming back now sooner than ever before. I don't know what's going on at Plarium, but things are moving a lot different now. Something has happened. All right. Come on. Clear up all that tag. Okay, please tell me. I'll take 100K silver. I need 2,000 for that. Oh, come on, man. Is he a new Oh, we're getting some new recruits. I'll take it. For some reason. Most likely because to encourage whales to try at acquiring certain champs. Been climbing. Oh, yes. It took got so I brought it back to life in another form. on multiple accounts. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, ooh, cool. I got a Forge Pass thing. Wonderful. Forge Pass. We all want to see the Forge Pass come back. Oh, God. Anyway, we're going to continue this next time.